Why is the media industry still so hard to break into? I have some answers. As the old saying goes, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And no truer statement has ever been made about the media industry. What does this mean? Well, you can be as talented as you can, take all the classes you can, and put as much time and effort towards your craft as you can. And all that work still does not equate to knowing the right people. This is why nepotism is so apparent in Hollywood. A famous dad, a famous mom, and you can almost guarantee that child is going to be famous too. So if the world of media truly exists in a who you know type realm, why don't we, creatives, know more people? Great people have made it in this industry. They've managed to navigate through tough spaces and push their creativity to the top. So why is it still hard for the rest of us? Why don't these established celebrities, brands, and creatives reach down and extend their help to the rest of us? Well, the reason may look different depending on who you ask, but one of the biggest reasons that stands out among most talent is fear-based mentality, also known as only room for one. This is the idea that once you've made it, you better hold on to your spot. If you even for a second think about extending your hand to the next person, you could lose everything you've worked for. But I thought that there was room for all of us. I mean, that's what they say, right? Oh, work hard, write your scripts, work on your videos, write those articles. There's room for all of us at the top. But how come the people at the top don't think so? I mean, not really. If they were really confident that their spots were secure, don't you think they'd be looking toward other people to bring them up as well? Now, fear is a strong word, right? These are people who have been successful in movies, TV, music, the list goes on and on. How are these people successful, rich, powerful? How are they afraid? Well, let's talk about power dynamics for a second. Now, power comes in many forms and can be achieved in many different ways. But I want to talk about two forms of power that I feel are at major play in the world of media. Those are power through decisions and power through self. Power through decision is the idea that power is achieved through decision making. You make one good move, you go up. You make another good move, you go up even higher. You make an amazing move, and you're set for life. The problem with this form of power is that it is rooted in fear. The fear of making the wrong decision. Sure, I signed a good contract and my movie made $40 million. But what if I sign a bad contract and now I'm signed to a series that's tanked from the beginning? Operating from a place of power through decision keeps you at a lack mindset. You're always in fear of making the wrong move. So how can you trust yourself to extend yourself to another person? That could be the wrong move. That person could take your spot. Bad decision, loss of power. But what about power through self? Power through self is the idea that power comes from who you are. You're the talent. You're the money. As long as there's you, there's power. This position of power allows one to be more free with their resources, be more free with their advice, be more open and more susceptible to allowing people to come in and to discover their own power. Why? Because no one can ever be them. As long as they exist, power exists. Power through self allows one to live in an active mindset. As long as I go forward, I go forward. Now imagine for a second if more people at the top understood this dynamic of power. Which one do you think they'd choose? To live in a lack mindset of power through decision making? Oh, if I make the wrong decision, my career is over. Oh, if I sign the wrong contract, I'll ruin my life. Or do you think they choose to live in a more free and active mindset of power through self? I am the talent. I am the creativity. I am the focus. If this doesn't work out, I'll move to something else. If that doesn't work out, I'll move to something higher. If that doesn't work out, I'll create something on my own. I'm the power. If more people in high-achieving places in the media industry could free themselves from fear-based lack mentality, that would open up the doors for a lot of us. A lot of creatives on the ground floor, still trying to do our things to make our way to the top. Because ultimately, what I'm saying is, they're scared. They're scared of losing their positions. They're scared of making the wrong decisions. So that's why they tell you to keep working. Keep trying. You'll get there. Why do I need to keep trying? Now, I don't mean that to say I'm going to stop being and working on my craft. I'm going to stop honing in on my skills. I'm going to stop being creative. But why do I, speaking for us upcoming creatives, need to work as hard as they did? The road to success should be made easier because others have already made it. Think back for a second to the civil rights era, where Black people couldn't even decide where they were going to sit on the bus. Those people fought tirelessly to make things easier for the rest of us. Fast forward to today's world and things are a bit simpler. We have more access, more reach, because the road was made easier by people who came before us. And that mentality should be applied to the media industry. It's the same thing. I fought, so you don't have to. I took the brunt, so you don't have to. Somebody else took the brunt, so I didn't have to. Pay it forward. Let me speak for myself for a second. I'm a Black woman who has interest in being in the creative field. I want to be a media personality. I want to host large events like the Grammys and the Met Gala. I want to have my own talk show, kind of like this, but on a mass scale. Why is it that myself on the ground floor of things, making YouTube videos in my apartment, I look to the world of media and I see many faces that look like mine, all elegant, dressed up, who have made it, who are accepting awards every single day. I'm proud of them. I am them. And I want to be where they are. But I don't see a clear road to get there. And that is the problem. There are too many of us. Now back to the creatives in general. Too many of us that have made it on big scales, mass scales, that allow us the freedom to turn around to the next person and say, this is how I did it. Let me help you. How can I do it? With your help. That's the key. Moving forward to a mentality of power through self. I am powerful because I am. Let me show you how to be powerful because you are. That is the responsibility of those who have gotten to the top. They must turn around, pay it forward to the rest of us. Now look, I'm not asking for a handout, and I don't think anybody else should as well. The higher-ups offering that extension and that reach does not take the place of talent, creativity, work ethic, drive, and passion. I don't believe that talent should be compromised for inclusion. We as creatives on the ground floor should still every day be working on our crafts. How can we get better? How can we top ourselves from the day before? But imagine how much our passions, our work ethic would increase, elevate, transform if we knew that we could call in the higher-ups for more than just an autograph or a picture. So at this point, you may be asking me, well, what does this look like? How should these people reach down and help the rest of us? By creating spaces for us to show off our talents. This looks like internships, scholarships, competitions, where we could submit scripts, video ideas, movie ideas, places where our talent can speak for ourselves and allow us the opportunity to get in the spaces to be elbow to elbow with these people that we admire. Imagine having direct mentorship from someone you admire, no matter the field. Do you know that statistics say that people are more likely to stay on the job if they have one person there that they feel like they can connect with? Did you know that same ideology could be applied to your dreams? Imagine if you had one strong person who believed in you. One strong person who believed in you who could also help you. How much more likely are you to stick with it? To keep working at it? And what about the saying, hurt people, right? You've been hurt, you're more likely to hurt someone. What if we flipped that for a second and said, helped people help people? Somebody helped me, I'm more likely to help somebody else. Going back to these spaces for a second that could be set up and established by people in the higher-ups in the media industry. Internships, scholarships, competitions. These spaces would allow the talent to come to the talent. Let me submit my resumes. Let me submit my videos, my scripts, my blogs, whatever it is that I'm working on, to you. You don't even have to look for it. All you need to do is give us the opportunity. No more work hard. Oh, just keep working at it. How? How should I do that? What? Give me a concrete way to get from point A to point Z. I don't want to skip any steps. I don't mind doing the work. But give me clear-cut advice. Don't just tell me to work. Because if we really looked at it, I bet that's not what you did. Somebody had to help you along the way. Even if you created your own thing. Somebody tapped you on the shoulder and said, you know what? That thing you created, I like it. Let me put some money behind it. Let me back it. Let me elevate you higher. Nobody has gotten anywhere in this world without a little bit of help. So all I'm asking for is the help. And help in a constructive way. Change the conversation around media. Why is it that we still live in this realm where, oh, well, you know, that's a dime a dozen. We'll see if you get there. Why? It's possible. I can't get on my phone and scroll on social media without seeing somebody that's made it. Why is it hard? Why is it a dime a dozen? There's room for all of us, right? Fear-based versus power-based. Does your power come from the decisions you make, or does it come from who you are? You watching this video right now, ask yourself, where do you want to be? Do I want to be in this lack mentality in the decisions that I make in my life? Oh, I can't make that one because this might happen. Or I better make that one because if I don't, then this won't happen. Or am I the power? Meaning that no matter what decision I make, I will overcome it, good or bad. It seems like one feels a little bit more freeing to me. One allows for a little bit more room. It allows for a little bit more kindness to others and especially to yourself. Because I can imagine these people who live in this realm of if I don't, then it won't, probably aren't the nicest to themselves. Because the smallest slip up, oh, I blew it. Oh, that was on me. Why did I let that happen? Versus, I'm the power. That's okay that happened because something better will happen next. Why? Because I am who I am, and I deserve what I deserve. Food for thought. We're going to close this conversation on a Bible verse, because I feel like it really applies to what we've been talking about throughout this video. And that Bible verse is Luke 12:48. To whom much is given, much is required. You've made it? Great. We're happy for you. We celebrate you. We support you. Now, what are you going to do with all that? To whom much is given, much is required. What does that mean? You've got something, now you're required to do something with it. You've made it to a higher position, make sure someone else does as well. You've realized self-confidence within yourself, make sure someone else feels that also. You've acquired success, wealth, power in this world, make sure you spread it to the right areas. Or, would you rather give it back? I bet the answer is no. Bet you don't want to give it back, and you shouldn't have to. Do the right thing. Create these spaces. Open the field up for other people to achieve their dreams. Don't make us struggle. I'm sorry you had to, if you had to, but you laid the foundation. Don't you want it to be smooth? I mean, what's the point of a sidewalk if no one walks on it? You didn't waste your time, did you? I hope not. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for joining in on this conversation. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to know your feedback on what you thought about what I said. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you see yourself now stepping into the power of self and achieving power based on who you are rather than the decisions you make? I sure hope so. And if you know anybody in your life who needs to hear this conversation, send it to them. I think we all could use a pep talk every now and then, especially those that encourage us to step into our personal power, and a personal power that will allow us to help other people achieve their own personal power. It's all about paying it forward. You learn, you teach. Someone else learns, you're taught. Simple. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. That really helps me a lot. When you like the video, YouTube reads that as you like it, someone else will like it, and they'll promote it to where other people can see it. And that's good. That helps me on the journey of getting into the space that I want to be. And listen guys, this conversation is not about me pushing people to do anything that I wouldn't do. My goal is to fully get to the place that I want to get and be able to extend myself for other people. I will create spaces. One day I will have internships where you are working with me. You are seeing me during these programs. I'm not going to say that I'm not going to have other people involved where, you know, you're spending time with people that I trust, people that I've hired, but you will see me. 100%. I'm not even where I want to be holistically, but even in the space that I'm in now, I recognize my privilege. And the things that I've learned, I'm trying to share with you all. That's what this is. No more lack, no more fear. Power of self is where we're going. So thanks again for like the billionth time for watching this video. I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Mwah! Bye guys.